It is about a minute till 4 or 30 seconds roughly. I'm going to do a slow flow. If at any time you start to feel like it's too much, stop. Go into child pose. You can just lie down on your back, whatever you choose. A chair, not everyone has an Iyengar chair, but a regular chair can be useful as well to help with balance. So we're going to start. If it feels better or you can see me better from the front or from the side or one way that you prefer, let me know. Tell me whether you can hear me, whether or not everything is working okay. I sure do miss seeing everyone's face, but it will be nice to get a good little practice in. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to stand at the top of my mat. Press into my feet, lift my thighs, roll my shoulders back. Take a breath, inhale, lift my arms. So we start in Tadasana to Urdhva Hastasana, upward handed pose. Keep pressing into the feet. The quads and the thighs are lifted. Take a breath, inhale, maybe even look up. Keep pressing the thighs, give yourself maybe a little back bend. Exhale, fold forward. You can bend your knees if you need to. Let your head come down. Bring the hips forward so they're over the heels. Uttanasana, intense stretch. Now bring your hands to your shins or thighs. Look up. Take your shoulders back. Breathe. Have those hips so they're over the heels. Ardha Uttanasana. Half intense stretch. Look forward. Take another breath. Exhale, take your hands to the floor and step back into a high plank. Now, Chaturanga Dandasana. Move back a little bit. Chaturanga Dandasana. I've had some shoulder issues. If you have shoulder issues, bring your knees to the floor. That'll make it easier and take less stress on the shoulders. Come forward, bend the elbows, come down. Untuck the toes. Bring the forearms down. Press into the forearms, lift the chest. Press into the feet, lift the thighs. Take the shoulders back. Look straight up. Breathe. Take another breath. Bring your hands back by your ribs. Come up. Tabletop. Tuck your toes. Downward dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Downward facing dog. Press into the hands. Take the thighs towards the back wall as the head is moving down towards the floor. Make sure that your fingers aren't touching, that they're wide so that there's a better foundation with your hands. Breathe. Hips are moving towards the ceiling. Head is moving towards the floor. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Now, bring your feet together. Look between your hands. Bend your knees and just step 1 foot between your hands. Coil your abdomen as you do. Then step the other one forward. Bring those hips back over the heels. Uttanasana. Again, if you need to bend your knees, you can. If not, keep them straight. Bring your hands to your shins. Look forward. Ardha Uttanasana. Hips over heels. Breathe. Look forward. Come back down. Uttanasana. Intense stretch. Now we're going to reverse and take the hands back up to the ceiling. Urdhva Hastasana. Keep pressing into the feet. Look up. Keep the thighs and quads lifted. Maybe take another little back bend a little bit further. Come back standing. Hands to heart center. Round 1. Let's go to round 2. Inhale. Take your arms up and look up. Breathe. Exhale. Forward fold. Uttanasana. Intense stretch. Bring your hands to your shins and thighs. Look forward. Shoulders back. Ardha Uttanasana. Breathe. Take your hands to the floor. Chaturanga Dandasana. Modified. You can step the opposite leg back of the one that you did before. Make them even. Bend the knees. Keep moving out of the camera. Bend the knees. Come down. This time, take the hands a little bit more forward. Straighten them and keep your pubic bone on the floor. Press into the feet. Make the quads lift. Press into the hands. Shoulders are still coming back. Shoulders away from ears. Look straight ahead. 2. And 1. Come back. Bring the hands back by the ribs. Tabletop, tuck your toes, downward dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. The heels again are moving down towards the floor as the head moves in the same direction. As you press into your hands, even imagine the tops of your thighs moving back even just a little millimeter. Press. Breathe. Bring your feet together. Look between your hands. Step the opposite foot between the hands as you coil the abdomen and step forward. Inhale. Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Take the shoulders back. Pull the ribs in. Uttanasana, intense stretch. Let that head come down. Hips over heels. Hips over heels. You can shake your head yes. You can shake your head no. Now we're going to reverse. Come all the way up. Take the hands back up towards the ceiling. Urdhva Hastasana. Hands to heart center. Ready for round 3? Good. Inhale. Take your arms up and look up. Reach. Now take it back maybe even a little bit further. Exhale. Forward fold. Uttanasana. Intense stretch. Bring your hands to your shins. Look forward. Take the shoulders back. Ardha Uttanasana. Breathe. Take the hands back to the floor. Chaturanga Dandasana. Step the opposite foot back. You can modify. Come down. Untuck the toes. Now, press into the feet to lift the thighs. Press into the hands and lift the shoulders up, back, and down. Press into both. Come up. Press. Nothing should be touching the floor other than your hands and feet. If it feels like it's too much, you can always keep the thighs down. Look up. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Shoulders are back. Take another breath. Take the knees down. Tuck the toes. Downward dog. You can bring the feet in slightly. Heels moving towards the floor. You should start feeling a little bit warm here. Feeling like you're getting a little bit of a practice. Your breath is moving freely. If it feels like your breath is labored, it's too much, then you can always come into child pose. Adho Mukha Virasana. In this pose, the feet are together, knees apart, buttocks to heels. Bring your head down. Now, bring the fingertips onto the floor. Take the shoulders back and down. You can take even your chin towards the floor and look up. You can hear my Spanish accent coming in there sometimes. Chin, chin. Breathe. Take one more breath. Downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Hips are moving towards the ceiling. Feet are still moving towards the floor. Yeah? Now walk your hands to your feet. Walk your hands to your feet. Take your feet as wide as the mat. Let your head come down. You can grab your elbows. Pull as you feel the sides of the body lengthen. And breathe. Hips are still over heels if we can. Thighs lifted. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Look between the thighs up at the wall behind you. Your drishti, your gaze, that's where you're looking. Your focus. Now switch the clasp of your elbows. Keep breathing. Now from here, we're going back into downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. See if you can keep your heels on the floor. Press into the hands. Breathe. Smile. Let go. Let go of all the worries. There's so much right now going on. This is a nice, safe place where you can go and have a practice all to yourself. And it's nice to have a home practice. A lot of people find it very difficult. Now we're going back into child pose, Adho Mukha Virasana. So the feet are together, the knees are apart, buttocks to heels, head down. Inhale and exhale. One inhale and one exhale is one full breath. We're doing it 3 times. Come back up, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. Eventually you'll realize that this is your resting pose. When they first said that, I said, no way. But as practice goes on, you will see. All right, bring your feet together, look between your hands. Coil your abdomen as you step your opposite foot forward, and then the other. Inhale, look up, flat back. Pull those ribs in. Exhale, forward fold, let that head come down. Inhale, come all the way back up, take the hands up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Doing good? All right. Now we're going to add a little bit different part of the sequence in here. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, hands to the floor. Now, from here, step back into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. From here, you're going to go into upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha. Shoulders back, thighs are lifted. This is a good sequence for agility. Breathe. Now you're going to come into that high plank, Chaturanga. You can bend your knees, come down. Untuck your toes. We're going into upward facing dog again. Urdhva Mukha. Look up. Thighs are lifted. If this is too much, you can come down. If even that is too much, again, the poses that we had in the beginning of class or the beginning of the practice will work as well. And get back and keep moving forward. All right. Bring the hands back, tuck the toes, tabletop, downward dog, Adho Mukha. Breathe. Bring your feet together. Now you have the option of either stepping or bending your knees and jumping between the hands. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way back up and look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Right. Now we can go into Vrikshasana. We're going to do a quick mini sequence. Press into your right foot, take your left foot, it can be on the floor, on the calf. You're going to bring it all the way up into the thigh. Bring the hands together in prayer. Now this is where a chair we can come handy. You can put your hand on it. Take your arms up, straighten your arms. Vrikshasana, tree pose. Knees moving towards the back wall. Maybe smile. Take another breath. Bring your hands down, step that foot back, Parsvatanasana. Lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward, just stay here. And breathe. And 2. And 1. Come back up, step that foot forward, switch feet. Remember, you have options. Find your balance, find your gaze. Look at a spot on the wall that isn't moving. Bring your hands together. Shoulders are still back. Inhale, lift your arms. Breathe. Keep that thigh in and lift. Bring your hands down. Take that knee forward and step the foot back. Keep the hips even. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Shoulders are back. Make sure that you're pressing into your left foot so that hip stays back. 2. And 1. Come back up. Step that foot forward. Now we're going to go to the floor. We've got about 3 more minutes. We're going to sit in Dandasana. Dandasana is staff pose. So bring your hands back beside you with the fingers pointed forward. Press into your feet. Press the backs of your thighs into the floor and the shoulders back. Jason Lobo talked about this in class when he came to training 2 weeks ago. And he said, pretend that there's a person underneath your thigh and they're in a little manhole and they have a hook. And they're pulling down the thighs down to the floor. Do that. Roll the shoulders back. Look straight ahead. Don't have your head to the left or right. Have your head on straight. Breathe. Dandasana, stack pose. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, fold forward. You can catch the tops of your toes. Shoulders back. Bring the hands back up and then down. Now, bend your knees. Sit crisscross applesauce. Take one foot forward and then the other on top. One knee might be really high like mine. A little bit tight. You can take your fingers all the way into the toes, to the webbing of the toes, and then go around. And then switch. You know, they sell these online, but you can really save money and just use your fingers. Get to know yourself a little bit. All right, now release it. Straighten both of your legs, and do you feel a difference in your feet? Well, we can't let the other foot be jealous, so let's switch. Fingers and toes. Don't forget to wash your hands consistently. And give it a little twirl. And then back. All right. And release. Straighten both legs. Press into the hands. We have about 30 more seconds. So from here, you can just lie down, go into your Shavasana, and stay there for a few breaths. At least 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, and take a break. We will take another class. We'll do another class tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock on our regular scheduled time, that same that we do it with at Cornerstone Yoga. So 2 o'clock Sunday. What's tomorrow's date? You guys know? Can't see. I don't have my glasses. But it has been great to see you. It's been great to practice with you, and I look forward to practicing with you again tomorrow. We'll also add a restorative class as well. So be sure to have blankets, bolsters, blocks. You can use books, you can use blankets, and you can use pillows. Whatever you can find at your house. Be creative. Stay calm and yoga on.